What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I was looking at Luna Classic, right? Terra Luna Classic. I always look at different information throughout it, and I'm trying to get a sense as to what's a cause for concern, what is positive, what's negative about it on the day or throughout the lifetime of this position, being out there, right? What's positive, what's negative, all of that stuff. And one thing caught my eye and caught also some subscribers' eyes and viewers' eyes and all of that, and it was the volume. Somebody asked me the opinion on the volume today, and volume is a very, very important thing. And as most of you know from different positions that I talk about, I always say that volume is the key to cryptocurrency success. And the reason why it is because it's all about popularity. We're not worried about financial statements. We're not worried about how the business functions. We're worried about popularity behind it. There are things out there with the most solid use case in the world, the best use case you could possibly find, and they don't have any ounce of success. And the reason is it does not have popularity. It does not have people behind it to push it to other people. It does not have a marketing strategy, right? And we've seen this. So Terra Classic has a lot of popularity, but the volume has been extremely low. So is that a cause for concern? Can't speak today, sorry. Is that a cause for concern throughout the length of this playing out, of the length of this, burning off the circulating supply? Everything that we have to really think as positive, could it be derailed by the fact that we don't have volume? So before we get into this, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And also, if you guys want to check out my Twitter, feel free to follow me over there at Perry8K, or any of my other channels that are on YouTube. My golf channel, which is a good one. I really like playing golf, even though I'm not the best. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe and check it out. Matt Perry Golf. The link should be on my page or in the description. Anyways. We're looking at Terra Luna Classic. Currently, it's up about 1%. We're seeing Lunatics token run, but Terra Luna Classic, we're not seeing run as much. We're not really seeing cryptocurrency run that much. Not like what's happening with AMC, but that's a whole nother story, which we can talk about maybe in another video. I'm not sure if I want to talk about stocks today. I should. Anyways, currently, when you look at, and maybe I'll post that beforehand, so you might see an AMC video before this actually happens. But anyways, I keep derailing myself, or from the actual path that we're trying to take here. Terra Luna Classic is up by 1%. We're seeing it at about a $657 million market cap. We're looking at the volume, that's $36 million in volume, and the circulating supply, that's things that we focus on there, which is 6.5 trillion and 6.9 trillion total. So when we look at volume, right, volume is at 36.8 million. That's the thing that we tend to be concerned with, because when we have the 1.2% burn tax implemented, it all depends on what the volume is to tell us how long it will take for this to play out. Also looking at the price, but also the volume, dictates what the price will be, right? The volume could be massive, and you could see a ton of buy volume within it, and then you'll see, the price skyrocket. You could see a ton of negative volume and things will absolutely decrease so much, right? But the volume is what dictates what the price will be, and also how much will burn. So if we're worried about the 1.2% burn tax, we need to see higher volume. And if you didn't see from my breakdown, I don't know if it's here, but my breakdown for the amount that can burn, if we look at the burn tax here, we basically need to factor in right here we're looking at a 100 million burn, I believe. 100 million burn of 1.2%. You can see the note says 300 million, but I didn't change the note. I just changed the formula in here. So this looks at a 100 million burn at 1.2% multiplied by the price that it is now for 30 days. If we look at that, this is what a month looks like which would be 367 billion coins that will be burned off. Now, that will basically take 18 months for that to play out. Now, if it is at a 300 million, like we've seen, an average in the past like couple of months, but now we're seeing it way, way lower, we would see it happen in less than 7 months. It would happen in 6.27 months. So obviously we need to see the volume at a higher level in order to burn off enough. And it definitely is a cause for concern, in my opinion. If we don't see enough volume, we're not going to be able to burn enough, and it's going to take us a long time for that to happen. Now, even if it did have a plan of 10 years, I talked about this in the live stream. If you had a plan to make $20 million or $30 million in 10 years, I guarantee you would take it. If you were guaranteed that $20 million or $30 million in 10 years, you would take it, right? Now, we all want it to happen sooner because we want to be able to become insanely wealthy sooner. People want to get rich very, very quickly, right? And especially on a position like this that has so much potential. But it may end up playing out in it may be a longer scenario, a longer situation because of $36.8 million. Now, I expect the volume to increase a hefty amount because when you see the fact that we have a path forward, you see that we have the 1.2% burn implemented. Well, that path will show people that no matter what, this is guaranteed to get to that spot, whether it takes 2 years or it takes 6 months or it takes 5 years, it's going to happen. So you're going to see volume that picks up. So I don't expect it to stay where the volume actually is. I don't expect it to stay at $36.8 million in volume. I expect it to be at that 200, 300, if not $1 billion in volume per day. Because again, once you see the path, people start to realize this is a moneymaker right here. This is going to get us to the promised land, for lack of a better term. So is volume a cause for concern? Yes, it is a cause for I can't speak. I swear it is a cause for concern, but it's not the end of the world, right? I think volume will be where we need it to get to. At minimum, I would like to see it at about 200 million. And with the amount of popularity that we see within it, I definitely would expect to see 200 million at least. And I think in order to get there fast enough, I think 200 million is where we need to be at, because we don't want it to take over a year. We want it to be somewhere around that 1 year, maybe the 2 year mark. But if it does take over a year, it better not take over that 2 year mark. That's what a lot of people are looking at. So for me, volume, yes, very, very important. I can't wait until we see the amount of volume that we should see once the 1.2% burn is implemented, because in the beginning of this, when this first fell all the way down to these lower numbers to where I ended up buying in, you were looking at $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion worth of volume. And that would have been amazing to be able to see the 1.2% burn implemented at that time, especially at such a low price. So I don't know. You let me know what you're thinking. Are you seeing the same thing? Do you care about volume? Do you think volume really dictates what the price does? Do you think volume is an important piece of this overall pie? Make sure you guys hit the like button, comment down below with your opinions. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're one of those people that have watched for many of days and hasn't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. I've noticed we started to fall off with subscribers, new subscribers lately. And it happens. It does happen. But if you're one of those people that have been watching and not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Continues to allow me to make these videos. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.